Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another episode of One Pack Rip here on the Vintage Sports Hut YouTube channel. I do believe that we are live and working well for our audio and video. Got a new setup going on here, and I'm pretty happy with it thus far. Built myself a new space, and hopefully it will give me a little bit more ability to maneuver, even though it's actually in a little bit of a tighter space. So hopefully that is what we end up with ultimately here on Vintage Sports Hut. All right, so today we are going to be ripping a 2021 Series 1 Upper Deck Hobby Fat Pack. Of course, we're chasing young guns, particularly Lafreniere. In retail, there isn't a whole lot that you can get. I don't know if you can focus in on that at all. But you do have the opportunity, of course, to get young guns, still 1 in 4, just like every other product out there. You can also find canvases, 1 in 4. It's interesting, it says there's regular 1 in 4 UD. Oh, the young gun canvas is also in here, 1 in 24. UD portraits, 1 in 8. Blah. And then it goes up from there to the UD Portrait Rookies, 1 in 30. Dazzlers, which I'll show you in just a moment, those are 1 in 10. Orange in the retail Fat Pack product. And then, of course, you got the crazy pulls like the 2020 NHL Draft Short Prints, 1 in 12,960. The ceremonial puck drops, 1 in 5,000. And the day with the cup, 1 in 5,000 as well. So retail doesn't offer quite as much bang for the buck as hobby does, but hobby is a little bit more expensive, and it's crazy expensive this year, thanks to everybody chasing Lafreniere. Of course, in any upper deck hockey product, you're looking for the young guns, right? Back in 2018-19, I was at Target, and actually it would have been, 2018-19, I was at Target. And they happen to have sitting on the wall a pack of Fat Pack of Upper Deck Hobby, of Upper Deck Hockey, and I grabbed a pack. And on the way out the store, couldn't even wait to get to the car, ripped it open, and I hit an Elias Peterson or Pettersson, depending on how you pronounce that. And I knew he was big, and I wasn't really back into card collecting just yet, but Elias there is the man who got me back into the journey. Unfortunately, he's a Canuck, and as a Blackhawks fan, we don't like the Canucks very much, but that's all right. We also picked up this year, whoops, Kirby and his dogs just blew away there. Whoopsie. Get back in there. I had a little bit of a difficult time getting Kirby to sit up. Come on, Kirby. Behave yourself. We'll talk about Kirby in just a minute and why he's up there like this, if I can get him to settle down. Come on. Your puppies are more well-trained than you. There we go. All right, so this year we were also, of course, chasing Jack Hughes. Little do we know that we were actually chasing Quinn Hughes. But I did get a Jack Hughes as well as a Quinn Hughes. Quinn is ready for PSA at the moment, getting him all shipped off. You also can get, as I mentioned, you can hit the Canvas Young Guns, which are really nice. In fact, that's what my Quinn Hughes is. I don't have him up there because he's packaged for PSA, but I did hit Dominic Kubalik, Young Guns and Young Guns Canvas there, as you can see. And I really like the Young Guns Canvas. I think they're much nicer than the regulars. Of course, in hobby, you can pull the Young Guns Queer and a bunch of other things, but hobby, again, is ridiculously expensive, thanks to chasing Lafreniere. All right, now that I shook the table up a little bit, let's talk about the Dazzlers. So Dazzlers come in a number of different varieties. There's pink Dazzlers, I believe. There's the green Dazzlers out of hobby, and the orange Dazzlers out of retail. In fact, I think the green Dazzlers might be in... I'm trying to remember if the pink Dazzlers are in the blasters or if they're in the hobby. One of the two is in hobby, and the other, the green, is in the other. But anyway, Dazzlers are really nice. When you pull one, you get really excited about it. Not always so excited about the portrait cards. Luckily, I don't have one of those yet for this year, so I didn't even throw one up. Hopefully, there's not one in this pack. That would disappoint me. And, of course, we got the Young Guns that we're chasing. This is this year's Young Gun design. We'll pull Alexander Alexiev up here. Hopefully I pronounced that name correctly. I try my best, but like many breakers, I don't know all these guys. And everything is just so deep, it's hard to even tell. So, all right, we are chasing Lafreniere in here. We'll see what happens. We're going to get into this rip right now. Again, nothing too crazy in retail, but it's always fun to rip. I do like the set this year. You've got both horizontal and vertical cards, of course. In the hobby version, you can actually pick up French variations, which is always nice. So there's Jus Saros of the Nashville Predators. That's what the back of the card looks like. Most of the cards are going to be vertical. Just so happens that this one happened to be horizontal. So there is that card there. Next up, we have John Tavares of the Maple Leafs. John Gibson of the Ducks. We've got David Perron of the Blues. We have a Mike Scheifele with the Jets. We've got Evander Kane there with the Sharks. Philippe Hronok with the Red Wings. We've got Jonathan Marchessault with the Vegas Knights. A little Duncan Keith there for the Blackhawk fan in the room. We've got Vincent Trocheck for the Hurricanes. Turning it sideways, we've got Mikko Koskinen there with the Oilers. There's Jacob Silfverberg with the Ducks. Not a big fan of the sweatshirt look, but there's Matt Duchene with the Predators. And those of you watching the Skycam probably saw what our young gun is. We do have a young gun in there, so I'm just going to flip down to the base and finish off our base from the back. We've got Rocco Grimaldi of the Preds. Rocco Grimaldi, hello. We've got Zach Werenski, the Blue Jackets. I do really like this year's design. It's so nice and clean. We have got Elias Lindholm with the Flames. And everybody knows what Elias stands for, right? No, it's not WWE. We don't do that here. Okay, we've got PK Subban there with the Devils, the man who has no home. He seems to be all over the league all the time. Dylan Larkin there with the Red Wings. Nice Dylan Larkin. There's also an opportunity to pull variations. I don't know what this year's variations look like, so I'm not looking real hard for them right now. There's Samuel Girard with Colorado there, the Avalanche. Philip Gruber, also with the Avalanche, spread out there. Yeah, nice little card. We've got Kasperi Kapanen. Kasperi Kapanen with the Maple Leafs. Sometimes you have to turn him sideways to even see him, but I know TJ Oshie. I definitely know who TJ Oshie is. There's a nice Oshie. We've got, Issa Lindell. And unfortunately, I am not like Ziri, who knows all these players just by like the top of their helmet. By the time he gets halfway down the reveal, he knows who it is, and it's crazy to me. We've got Robert Thomas, the St. Louis Blues. We have Ryan O'Reilly, also the St. Louis Blues. This was a big Blues pack. Lots of Blues in there. And for I'm sure some of you already saw it, for our young gun, we do have a young gun, 1 in 4 packs, so I'm happy about that. It is a goalie for the Flyers, and it is Kirill Ustimenko. Kirill Ustimenko. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that correctly or not. I think he's decent. Always good to get goalies. For example, I've got Mackenzie Blackwood up here. There is Mackenzie right there. Got to get that in. My Carter Hart, obviously. I do have a nice Carter Hart PSA 10 young gun, and so it's nice to get the gunnies. But that's just a fun little rip. Nothing too spectacular there. Sorry about the glare on the cards over on Skycam. But you know, we're working here. We're seeing what we can do, set things up a little bit differently, and try and make this a little bit more of an adventure. But This has been fun, and I'm going to continue to do one pack rips. It's a lot cheaper than doing full box breaks. There will still be full box breaks on the channel, fear not, but they will be mostly through our auctions. So do check out vintagesportshut_com on eBay to get into those. And I will get better with our Instagram channel as well in the near future. All right, thank you for joining me for a one-pack rip of 2021 Upper Deck Hockey Series 1. Until next time, be kind to each other. Happy 2021, everyone. It's going to be a stellar year, I hope, for all of you. And be kind to each other. It's the most important thing. Remember, this hobby's a fellowship, and we're in it together, and we cheer each other on when we get the big hits, and pat each other on the back when it doesn't go so well. So be kind to each other. Just remember that. And don't forget, keep ripping the wax. All right, thanks for watching.